Do y'all think that Jordan Brand or even Nike as a whole is just like failing us? And I mean failing us in the aspect of like innovation. Like it's been the same thing over and over and over and over. Oh, and over and over. I was having this conversation with the homie Tony over at Soul Premise earlier today, and we were just talking about, and just the sheer disappointment in terms of releases and creativity from Nike and Jordan Brand. And it made me think like I just wanted to have an open discussion amongst you guys and, obviously talk about my own opinion about sneaker culture as a whole. And really, it's nothing new. I mean, if you like sneakers, plain and simple. But you can only buy so many variations and colorways before you just get burnt out. It's not like technology where there's always a new iPhone, new features, and things that really can add to your life versus sneakers. It's like, cool, I already have an all black shoe. Oh, I already have like the Chicago one. Oh, I already have like the Fragment. Like how many more colors can drop that impress me? You know what I'm saying? That are worth my money. It's like what the companies are doing is releasing more hot garbage, honestly, but charging more for it. But then again, it makes you wonder like, okay, well, what could they do to spike that interest? Because with Jordan specifically, they can't necessarily keep coming out with different numbers and types of Jordans that Michael Jordan never even played in. Just kind of doesn't really make sense. Let's take these Gratitude 11s, for example. Really nothing spectacular. This honestly is just a Concorde with a gold Jumpman slapped on it and a milky sole. Like, why not just give us the DMPs? Why are we doing this run around, this Gratitude celebration? Who's in charge of all this? That's what I want to know. And these are just thoughts of a consumer. I've personally been enjoying, trying out other shoes and seeing the different types of technology and comfort, but I'm really waiting to see when Nike and Jordan Brand are going to do that. I mean, Nike has come out with some different shoes that are extremely comfortable, like their Nike Invincible 3, more of the runner's aesthetic, but in terms of lifestyle in basketball, what do they really have? Kobe? RIP, who's not even here, and shoes are still selling out like crazy. But besides that, like, what is the next generation of talent? Like, what are we looking for? What are we doing this for? You know what I'm saying? And that's where I want you guys to come in and maybe speak on the sneakers that you've been wearing or what you've kept your eye on. What is like more important to you? Like for me, for example, I feel like I have all the sneakers in the world and now it's just putting the fits together that I think are fire, which is kind of funny. It's so easy to buy and want different types of clothes. But with sneakers, it really is like you buy one good pair and, especially a versatile pair, then that's all you really need. I guess this is all just to say like, I'm really looking for some innovation or, really truly bring back the OGs. One way that Jordan Brand really revived itself was back in 2015, 2016. I've talked about this before, but things always recycle themselves. And I mean, in terms of shoes sitting, this is nothing new. If you go back to the early days of this channel, 5-7 years ago, whatever it was, maybe even 10, I don't know. I made videos about, why are Jordans sitting? Why does nobody want the shoes? The prices were just as expensive. It's the same situation. But for some reason, out of nowhere, like 2016 to I want to say 2020, it was just booming. This market went nuts. Sneakers just became this, I don't even know, global like status symbol that everyone wanted the freshest kicks. And the hype was crazy. The prices were skyrocketed. And it was even to a point where I will say I miss this. I do miss buying a shoe and, just getting it in hand and deciding whether I wanted to keep it or not, because I knew worst comes to worst, at least I can sell that shoe for what or more than I paid. But now you get these shoes and a lot of stores are actually making them non-returnable, which I completely understand, because you have resellers who ruined it for the regular consumer, and these people just buy a bunch of pairs and they try to resell them and they can't. So they don't want to lose money, so they go return it to the store, and that hurts the store's pockets. So it's all gotten really interesting. And I know I always talk about like resell, how to be a reseller, how to make money. But honestly, at the end of the day, I don't care about that stuff. I know it does well, and it attracts a lot of people because people love to just chase dollar signs with these sneakers. But for the majority of us that are like really collectors, it's definitely more than that. But yeah, I just feel like we're in a weird state of wanting sneakers to excel and innovate. And I do think New Balance does a really good job of that. I think Salomon does a really good job of that. But I notice a lot of like my OG fans, they're just like, those are the ugliest shoes I've ever seen in my life. People aren't willing to adapt, which is fine, to each his own. But yeah, I'd love for you guys to just open discussion down in the comments and tell me what you'd like to see or what do you feel is kind of missing from the sneaker game that's been there in previous years, or maybe held you back from even really caring. And it could be something as simple as real life. Maybe you got married, maybe you're having a kid, maybe you're just struggling, maybe you're just working, you don't have time, maybe you're focused on fitness. Let me know down below in the comments. But that's all I have for you guys. Simple discussion. I'll catch you on the next one. Run it.
Hands in the air now. A sneaker life. Hey, 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 hey. A sneaker life.